Good morning and welcome to another week of wild and wacky chit chats with the twins. I am Krista and I am, as you can see, on here solo, and I just decided to pop on at 10 o'clock instead of 11 with no warning. I just realized that there is Dr. Dane here, who is one of the founders of Access Consciousness, is doing an ESC at 11 o'clock for Earth Day. So I thought, you know what? Why not come on here early? And if anybody joins, that is fantastic. If you're watching in the future, hello and thank you for joining me. And today is Earth Day, so how does it get any better? I just want to come on to find me. And I see a couple people popping on, which is really exciting since, you know, it's funny because yesterday, Kara and I, we were going to do our show, and we actually were outside. Good morning, Loretta. Good morning, Erin. The wind is super crazy today. My husband just said, you're actually going outside to do your show, and I'm like, yeah, it's Earth Day. I want to be outside in the elements of Earth. And so yeah, Kara and I, we were gonna come on and do the show yesterday, and something felt really like heavy and it just didn't feel light. And then she was like, do you want to do the show today? And I'm like, no. And as I said that, and as she asked the question, everything lightened up. And it just felt so expansive. And we both were really happy about it. So it's like following your knowing. Good morning, Louie, and happy Earth Day. Follow what makes you feel light and follow your happiness, follow your knowing. And that is what the earth requires of us, is to be happy. So I was just looking at, and actually I do want to share that when you follow your path of lightness and when you follow your knowing of what choice brings you more ease and joy and glory and more happiness. Kara and I, we were doing like our books for our business, and we've been putting it off for a really long time because of all of our ideas, our projections of what that was going to be like. It wasn't going to be fun. It was going to be heavy. It was going to be a lot of work, and it was just going to be this yucky, gross day of business. But we were like, no, let's do it. And so then as yesterday neared, I started really questioning that. Good morning, Cindy. And I was like, for what reason would I choose to decide that this has to be serious, that it has to be not fun, that it has to be something we're not going to enjoy? Like usually Wednesdays are like healing day, where we often do sessions on each other, and all of a sudden it was going to be this thing that was not going to be fun, not going to be light, not going to be expansive or joyous. And then it was like, for what reason? Like, why would we just decide and assume that it's going to be that way? What else is possible that we've never considered? And so comes the time for the show. The show just wasn't feeling light to do. And so we went with our knowing. We followed our magical energy trail where we wanted our life to be. And then what we ended up doing is our book work, and we were done by, can't remember if it was noon or closer to 1. Anyways, we were done by lunch. Something that I had projected and expected was going to take the entire day to do. And when we get out of projection and expectation and into question and following our path of lightness and ease and joy and glory, that's what gets delivered. And then we spent all afternoon running each other's bars. We had like 2 1.5 hour sessions. It was sunny out. It was hot out. It was glorious. And we laughed in delight, and we acknowledged that we chose that. And that expanded even more. So acknowledge the places where you are choosing your happiness and keep choosing more of that. So back to what I was talking about, I wanted to read out of Being You, Changing the World by Dr. Dane Here. And it's one of the tools of Access Consciousness. And he says for every day to wake up and ask Earth, and I thought it very appropriate since it is Earth Day, what do you require of me today? So truly getting present here. Rita, snow and wind here. Yesterday was nice. Did healing all afternoon and evening. Be the change. Happy Earth Day. Oh, thank you for sharing that, Rita. That sounds like a very similar day to mine and Kara's day. So anyone out there who just wants to heal your body today, do that, whatever it takes. Stay in question. What else is possible that I've never considered? Because when you stay in question, all sorts of doors open for you and possibilities arise that you maybe weren't willing to see when you were stuck in your fixed point of view about what this day has to be, has to look like, what you have to do, what you have to get done. What if you could get rid of all of that and stay in question? How can this day be greater than anything I ever imagined? And what have you decided happiness is that it isn't? And anything that brings up times a gazillion, I now destroy and uncreate it all. Right, wrong, good, bad, pop, pop, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. And for anyone who has not watched Kara's and our weekly show before, we use a lot of tools from Access Consciousness and that crazy sounding thing that I just said, which was right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. That's the clearing statement from Access Consciousness, and you can check it out at theclearingstatement.com. To me, lately, what's really come up for me with it, with the clearing statement, is this cancel, clear, delete button. So something comes up, something gets said, it brings all of this energy into your awareness. It might be heavy energy, it might be stories, it might be drama, trauma, it might be lies, whatever it is. Right, wrong, good, bad, anything that brings up times a gazillion, will you destroy and uncreate it all? And all you have to do is say yes, please. And then the clearing statement, right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. And it takes all of those energies that come up, all of these points of views, all of these judgments, all of these projections and expectations that come up. And it's like this little magical wand that just cancel, clear, delete it all. What's next? Following the path of lightness. What can I choose that would make me happy right now? Who am I today, and what grand and glorious adventures will I get on right away? Good morning, Erin. So you can look more of that up at theclearingstatement.com, but if you hear that crazy thing, just know that it is like this cancel, clear, delete button that is just like, we are such aware beings. We are energetic sponges. And so we pick up on all of these thoughts, feelings, and emotions. Cancel, clear, delete. Cancel, clear, delete. Cancel, clear, delete. That's it. As if by magic. So back to Earth. What do you require of me today? On this fine and fabulous Earth Day, April 22nd, 2021. Do you require me to be more pathetic? This is Dane here too, by the way. Do you require me to be more pathetic? Or maybe you require me to hate myself more today? Oh, of course. You require me to have some big trauma and drama and tears to prove that I am alive. I'm sorry, my friends. You're probably not going to get any of those answers. But don't listen to me. Try it out yourself. Just ask, Earth, what do you require of me? So really get present and then shut up and listen. So let's take a moment here to get present with our earth. Maybe it would be helpful to connect with the earth, so allowing roots to grow down through your feet, down through the earth, down even further and further, down to the core of the earth. Becoming present with the entity that the earth be, this living, conscious planet. Becoming aware of all the minerals of the earth, the soil, the roots of all the great trees upon the planet, the molecules of consciousness that the earth be. This constant gifting and exchanging that is occurring between the earth and everything on it, including the garbage truck that is picking up the garbage from my yard, which is actually funny. I'm going to get to that in a minute. What do you perceive? Earth, what do you require of me today? What do you require of me, Earth? And listen, not from your mind. That was really funny. Garbage truck. So there. Did you perceive something that the earth requires of you? I really get to embrace the mischievousness of me, to do what lights me up, what makes me happy. What did you perceive that the earth requires of you today? Share it if you dare. That's the energy of the earth communicating with you, giving you the awareness that you asked for. Did it make you smile to ask and receive from the earth? Was it enjoyable to take a moment of silence, basking in the energy of this beautiful planet? Did you notice more ease, more peace, more joy, more space? Just asking and listening and being present creates that. And if you enjoyed it, definitely do it again. So, Earth, what do you require of me today? And this is really funny that I wasn't going to read this, but now all of a sudden with that garbage truck arriving, it made me think of this section that's called Greatest Toxic Waste. So what if our anger, rage, fury, and hate, judgment, and our love of trauma and drama and separation are the greatest toxic wastes on this planet? And if it is, it's the toxic waste we could most easily change if we choose to. only if we choose to. There have been numerous studies done proving that when you direct anger and judgment at a plant, you kill it. This information should not be surprising to anyone. It disrupts the plant's necessary energy field to such a degree that it ceases to be able to maintain life. I require someone to do my hair, says Dave. Do you actually? Because I think you're doing a pretty fine job. What if your hair, Dave Scott, is the contribution that the earth requires from you and the beauty and luxuriousness of your hair? I truly wonder. Well, what does it do to the earth to have, and this book says 6.5 billion, but I believe we are actually closer to 8 billion people on planet Earth now. Well, what does it do to the earth to have 7.9 billion of us choosing to use anger, rage, judgment, wrongness, and separation as our primary mode of functioning in our lives and with each other? Like, let's really get present with that for a moment. If you really think about the 7.9 billion people living on this planet, what does it do to our planet if we are all stuck in anger, rage, fury, hate, jealousy, sadness, judgment, separation? That's pretty intense. If we want to change the world, we need to stop our reliance on such harsh, outdated modes of beingness. Unless we start asking some different questions, we don't have a chance to fundamentally change the way we function in this reality and the way we function on this planet with each other. So what is the antidote to anger, rage, fury, and hate, judgment, separation, and trauma and drama? Consciousness, question, choice, and possibility. And the willingness to change and eliminate the separation that you believe defines you. All it does, my beautiful friend, is limit you and the possibilities you have of being you and changing the world. That just gives me so many goosebumps. So everything you've done to enforce the lie that anger, hate, judgment, separation, trauma, and drama are what you would truly like to choose, and everything you've done to buy that you have no other choice, will you please destroy and uncreate it all times a gazillion? Yes, please. Right, wrong, good, bad, pod, poc, all names, shorts, boys and beyonds. Right, wrong, good, bad, pod, poc, all names, shorts, boys and beyond. So what I thought would be really fun is to take the last 10 minutes or so here and really connect with our planet Earth here on this fine Earth Day. So if you don't have time right now and you're multitasking, and you're not able to stop multitasking, then you can come and listen to this later. And right now you can just receive the energetic experience of it, even if you're busy or driving or working, whatever. You can even turn the volume right off and you can still receive the energy of this little exercise. Come back to it as much as you want, but let us connect with our Earth on this fine and fabulous Thursday, or whatever day you're watching this now or in the future, be it morning, be it afternoon, be it nighttime. Let's be a contribution to our planet today by choosing to be present and connecting with the planet. You too would like someone to do your hair. You know what? Me too. What would it take to just have more ease and joy and glory with that? Not have to spend the time doing your hair. What else is possible there that we've never even considered? What if we were just all bald? No. I've thought of that, but I just don't think I could rock it. But what else is possible? So let's connect with our beautiful planet. Dropping all your walls and barriers. So wherever your head is at, whatever you got going on, just letting all of that go away for now. Anything that's going up in your head, that's rolling through your mind. What if for the next 10 minutes you didn't have to think, you didn't have to get anything right, you didn't have to prove. Move down into your body, into your awareness, into your knowing, into your being, perceiving what's all around you, not just in front of you, but behind you, below you, above you, out through your sides. And what if we could be like the earth? What if we could be like the earth with no point of view, no distractions, no judgments, like even just taking note to the craziness of this day and the wind all around us. The earth has no point of view about it. So imagine all of our points of views and all of our beliefs and all of our distractions and all of our judgments, all of the definitions we have of ourselves. Know that that contracts your world. So what would it take to dive deep down below all of those judgments, those limiting points of views, those beliefs, all of those contracted, dense, solid areas that you have made and bought? What if you could dive beneath that into this vast ocean of possibilities, of space, of total choice and total freedom, where you are an interesting point of view. And just imagine yourself floating along in life, receiving everything the abundant universe has to offer you, having access to the infiniteness that you truly be. Imagine if this day was your very first day on planet Earth, and you had no point of view about any of it. You had no idea that people chose the crazy things they chose, and you just got to step onto this planet and truly, wherever you are, look around you. Look at the beauty surrounding you if you had no point of view about it. What would be available to you on this earth if you had no point of view about what other people were choosing, about what was happening on this planet? And you just got to take in all of the beauty. And you, as an aware being, knew that what the earth required of you was to be you, the gift that has come to this planet, to be the change and the difference that you truly can be. And you might be aware of what other people are choosing, and it might not be what you would choose. But what if you could be no point of view about it, be total allowance of what others are choosing, and just know, it must work for them somehow. Otherwise, they wouldn't be choosing it. And what if it wasn't right or wrong? And what if what you are choosing isn't right or wrong? What choices would you make if this was your very first day on this planet? How would you be on this planet? What could you receive that is all around you, seen and unseen? So taking yourself to the core of the earth and expanding out from there in every direction. And go beyond the planet into the universe. And go 100,000 miles beyond that. And 100,000 miles beyond that in every direction. And looking back at our planet and asking, Earth, what do you require of me today? How can I contribute to you today? And staying out of your mind, receiving what the earth requires. And that might just be receiving from the earth. So what if we could take a couple minutes here? Yay, Leanne! And receive from the earth. So really just, and then I'm gonna go. But let's just sit here in silence for a couple minutes and receive from the earth and stay in question about what the earth requires from you today. So have fun with this today, you guys. I hope you got a little awareness about what it is required of you, what the earth requires of you, being the gift that you truly be. And what is one molecule that I will leave you with to turn, that only you can turn, that will allow you to see the gift that you truly be to this planet. So however you want to imagine doing this, but turn one little molecule that will change everything and allow you to step into the gift and the power and the potency that the earth requires of you today. Have an amazing day. Bye-bye.